starting center Eric Dixon, and also their big Jermaine Samuels. Want to ask about those guys. And also, they're 9-0 when Gillespie scores 20 or more. How do we contain this artillery?
Well, that's a great question. Dixon is one of those bigs that have been counted out, has been called undersized, and I'm sure he used that as fire. And he's a competitor. So when you look at a guy like Hunter, he's going to, look forward to competing against Hunter because he's heard a lot about, Hunter Dickinson throughout, his years playing in college basketball because Hunter's had a lot of success. Samuels is one of those guys that a lot of people don't talk about, but everyone in the Big Ten know that this kid is a player. He can shoot the ball from the outside. He's also as good as off the bounce with his athleticism, and he's tough. He's a tough-nosed competitor. Gillespie, a young man who's been in the program for a while, he knows the culture inside and out. He probably can teach the team by his years and experience, but also by his knowledge for the game. One of the things that we're going to try to do is contain, all three of those guys and make them have to work for every bucket. But we know that, Gillespie is the head of the snake. This is the guy that gets the team going with his mental toughness, with his leadership, with his shooting, and also the way he's able to make plays for one another, for his teammates. So with that, it's going to be a tough task for us, but this is some of the teams that we faced before that's similar. Arizona was a good team. Seton Hall is a great team. All the teams in the Big Ten was very tough and competitive, but they prepared us for this moment, and we're looking forward to the challenge on Thursday.
Now, Juwan, it's been a very tumultuous season for the Wolverines. Some COVID issues earlier in the year, and obviously you were suspended for 5 games towards the end of the year. What was it like sitting at home and watching your own team play on the television and listening to everybody in sports media talk about you in that incident?
Well, it was challenging. It was tough just to not be with my team and staff. But then while I was home, I had a chance to reflect. I got an opportunity to grow as a person, and during the counseling sessions that I had, I feel now I'm stronger not only as a person, as far as my preparation, but also how I can help in ways learn and grow as a coach. And so I use that time as a sign of growth. And with that, I think the adversity that we faced throughout the year, it really has tested our culture, and our number one core value in our culture is family, and family really rose to the occasion and supported each other during that time. I had players came by my house, Hunter, Jace, came to visit and check on me. I had my players calling me, and they text me just to make sure that I was doing fine. And then the staff, I communicate with them on a daily basis. And some came over my house just to check on me and make sure that I was okay. So that right there just shows, how much, that we really support each other. And that family is no just a word with us. It's real within the Michigan culture.
And Juwan, I like the way you and the team and the Michigan fan base rallied around that. And it was admirable for me to watch Frankie step in for Devontae. And you mentioned how Eli's been playing and how Hunter over 20 double-digit boards. And how about T. Will with his 2 offensive rebounds late in the game? So going into Thursday's matchup, what are some of the things you're telling the squad before they take the floor?
Well, I told our squad that it's going to be important for us to really stay together. And it's not, human-like, and it's impossible to say, hey, we got to play mistake-free basketball. We're going to make mistakes out there. The game of basketball is all built on mistakes. But every mistake that we make, it has to be a fixable moment, and we have to move to the next play. And just make sure this doesn't happen again in the sense of, our guys and how they're wired. They have really bought into playing together as a team. They have did an amazing job of sacrificing with their roles, and they have always stayed ready. And I have never asked or had to beg anyone to stay ready. They've always, been dialed in and waiting for their name to be called on and doing things out there on the floor that does not show up in the box score. And that's winning basketball. So with a culture like that, I'm truly blessed to have the young men that has really bought in to the leadership.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.